What's going on, everyone? In this video I'll be reviewing the Surface Pro 7. I'll also be reviewing each individual component that makes this Surface a laptop as well. Let's go ahead and get started. First off, it wouldn't be a fair review unless I provided you guys the specs of my laptop, so let's go ahead and dust off this box. Guys, I'm reviewing the Surface Pro 7, and it's a bundle. It comes with the cover as well as the pen. It comes with the 10th gen Intel. It's a Core i5 processor. It comes with 128 gigabytes of storage. It has 8 gigs of RAM. One more box to my box collection. This product since April, which is approximately 7 months, and in my 7 months I've learned a lot in terms of how much software this could handle, how much hardware it had, and what all it was capable of without overheating and turning off. And in this video, I'd like to share my experiences with you. So if you haven't already, smack that like button, subscribe down below, and stay tuned for more product reviews. So we're going to start off by reviewing the tablet by itself. As you guys can tell, I have Minecraft, Photoshop, Sony Vegas, as well as Discord, and other popular softwares like Steam installed on this tablet. And what makes the Surface so unique is that it's supposed to be able to be as portable as an iPad, while at the same time functioning as a full-blown laptop. It's about 13-inch display. It has a very nice, beautiful glass display, and it's very sturdy as well. As you guys can tell, it has a camera located on the back. However, that camera is not very powerful and should basically never be used to take photos. So in terms of that, iPad all the way or any other device. However, the camera on the front part of the display is actually very decent. It's actually pretty good for a laptop, as well as the 2 speakers on the top parts of the laptop. The facial recognition on this laptop functions very well. However, at times it does take a bit and you are forced to restart your computer. For this laptop to be able to be used as an effective tablet without the keyboard or pen, if you did not purchase these in a bundle, I would highly recommend that you create shortcuts for apps like YouTube, Netflix. The reason why you need to create these shortcuts is so you can click instantly and have it come up. Otherwise, you're forced to do what I have to do because I don't have shortcuts. You have to go to Google Chrome, then you have to go here, and then you have to hit YouTube. And honestly, for a tablet, that's way too much effort and it shouldn't take that long. As far as overall size goes, it's very compact and it does make sense to have as a tablet. However, just the functionality of this without the other 2 products is pretty unusable. You can't just get this and use it without either the Surface Pen or the keyboard cover. Okay, so just as a quick comparison, I have my old iPad Air 2 right here that I also use for media consumption, as well as the Surface Pro 7. As you guys can tell, the Surface Pro 7 is bigger in every single aspect. However, the camera on the iPad Air 2 is still far more superior, even though nobody takes photos on an iPad, hopefully, or videos. Now, when you guys look at the displays, both of them are unique glass displays that display very clear resolution. I believe this iPad Air 2 comes with the Retina installed. The Surface Pro, hands down, is the most portable laptop of all time that can still function somewhat as a tablet. As many other people have said, Pro is a cross between a laptop and tablet if you need more laptop, and the iPad is a cross between a tablet and laptop if you need more tablet. So overall, I would not get the Surface at all unless you got the other 2 components to go with it, the other 2 accessories, that being the keyboard cover as well as the Surface Pen. Now, with this review aside, let's go ahead and get the Surface Pen out. Alright, so this is the Surface Pen. It's about the size of a regular pen. Let me get one out for comparison. Here's the size of a pen I use every day, and they're seemingly the same size. And this tip functions as an eraser, and you can also take it off and see that there should be a AAA battery in there. Yep, there it is. My only gripe about the Surface Pen is that it has this flat bezel. If you guys can tell, it's completely flat. It's not circular. The reason for this is so that the magnets can stick onto the Surface tablet and make it more portable. However, with this Surface Pen attaching to the tablet, it makes it a little bit less usable in tablet mode. As you guys can see, it clips on, everything's good. However, if you're trying to watch, there's no really easy way to grip it, and your hand tends to make the Surface Pen slide off and possibly fall. And it's inconvenient because it doesn't stick on anywhere on the top. You guys can fit it in place right there, but it's very difficult to do so. That's due to the fact that this was designed for the keyboard to be magnetically joined together. Let's go ahead and review the keyboard. Right here we have the Surface keyboard. The buttons actually feel pretty decent compared to anything that I've used. They're a lot faster to type with. They feel smaller than a regular keyboard. However, the trackpad and mouse It isn't that bad if you're used to it. I've had multiple people use the Surface. They prefer their regular laptop keyboards. However, I haven't used a regular laptop in many years, and using the Surface just feels a lot better than that. So as for the keyboard, I would highly recommend. Whenever you combine all three products together, you get something that's at the same time unique and very similar compared to what the market has to offer. By that I mean you just basically get a Windows-based iPad. The Surface is able to handle Photoshop fairly decently. However, I do recommend that you go onto the Surface store or onto the website and purchase the right software for your computer, because if you just go pirate it from a random YouTube video, it's not going to work well with your computer and you're going to have to optimize it. As far as the Surface using software for video editing, it is very great for editing small videos that are not 4K. 4K videos practically kill this computer, and it takes 30 minutes to render a 4-minute 4K video. So I would not recommend 4K for this laptop on Sony Vegas at all. Alright, so we loaded into BedWars. This is probably the smoothest it's ever run. And as you guys can tell, we can do the usual things. We can get wool and load up occur whenever you're trying to record for YouTube as well as play Minecraft, because this computer does not like multitasking with two big softwares like that, but just playing Minecraft is fairly fine for the first 15 to 30 minutes or so. Most of you probably use a software like OBS, if not a capture card such as Elgato. For those of you who intend to use this laptop to record videos or to even just screen record gameplay, I would not recommend OBS. This is due to the fact that OBS causes this computer to overheat, and the computer itself does not like multitasking between two largely based softwares such as OBS and Minecraft. If you do this, as I've done, your computer will start to overheat in the first 5 minutes, and you'll need to plug an AC unit and turn it towards this computer. This software needs to be highly optimized due to the fact that the computer screen is so uncommon. However, that can be done fairly easily by dragging and changing the screens. Alright, time for the part where this computer is actually very decent. For those of you who use Autodesk Revit or any other computer software such as AutoCAD or even Python, this computer does fairly decently, and that was shocking to me because I did not expect a computer with these specs to perform so good. I currently do not have Autodesk Revit running on this computer. However, what I can do is show you the types of buildings you can create. I can show you examples of what Autodesk is for those of you who don't know. It's software for civil engineers and architects or architectural engineers, and determine stress loads or even realistic viewings of what their buildings will be intended to look like. So Autodesk is a software that I will be using in the future. Now that we're done with software, let's go ahead and close up all our OBS and Photoshop. Another reason why the Surface is so popular with digital creators is due to the fact of this pen and its ability to draw and sketch very well. So let's go ahead and test that. I'm no artist, but I hope I can wow you with some of my creations. For this app testing, we'll be using Sketchable, which is a notable app on the App Store that's free to use, free to download, and free all around. This is by no means a software promotion for them, but just me testing it out. For this, I'll turn off my lights so there's not that annoying glare. Alright guys, I finally got Sketchable booted up, so let's go ahead and get into it. No, we don't need a tutorial. Alright, so that's me just drawing a basic face, but due to the fact that this is a test and you guys need to see me actually drawing, let's go ahead and just create another drawing. So let's go ahead, paint this up. So right here we have the Surface Pen. The button's going to be on this side. As you guys can tell, there is really little to no latency whenever I'm drawing. There might be a slight difference between where the pen is and where the drawing starts and ends. However, I'm sure that can be overlooked because of the fact that it's super seamless. I don't know if you guys are noticing, but there are some darker lines or some lighter lines depending on how hard or how sharp I draw. So let's go ahead and zoom in so everyone can tell. So let's draw with my finger. Without pressing, it looks like that. Now with pressing, let's see what it looks like. As you guys can tell, there's a very large difference in how hard you press and how hard you don't press. Right here, I was pressing the screen very hard, and right here I wasn't pressing as hard, and you guys could tell that it did in fact change the tone, or I guess the font of my drawing. So let's go ahead and draw my name in cursive. It feels very realistic. However, I would recommend that you do turn down these settings in whatever app you're using or in the Surface Pen itself, because it can get very hard to draw with. Alright guys, as far as designing goes, I think I would in fact give this a check or a plus. Let's give it ratings. So guys, our ratings are going to be out of 5, and we're actually going to decide what this is best used for. This in fact would get a 2 out of 5 due to the fact that it's unable to properly use OBS as well as game efficiently and effectively. So if you're a creator and a gamer, I would not recommend this. However, if you're a creator and you're an artist or possibly a vlogger, if you guys are creating and if you're an artist or a vlogger as well as a fitness channel or any other media that doesn't need high capacity software, then I in fact would highly recommend this versatile device. Alright everyone, so our ratings thus far for, let's see, for a creator, student, or just tablet use as well as laptop use. If you're a creator and you're into gaming, I would not use this laptop. If you're a creator and you do vlogs, if you're an artist, or if you're into fitness and just like to lightly record videos or do some research and upload, I would recommend this laptop. If you're a student in an engineering or art degree, or if you're just in a degree that doesn't need high software, so if you don't need high software, non-high software, then I would recommend this laptop as well because it's highly versatile. There are cheaper options, however, it is still extremely good. If you're using this as a tablet, I would not recommend. If its sole purpose is a tablet, no, do not get this laptop. That is not for you. I'd recommend a 2 out of 5. If your sole purpose is just a laptop for light research that can consume some media as well as display high quality content and run some software without getting too big, then I would recommend this laptop. So that receives a 4 out of 5. I know my ratings are sloppy and I'm using the Apple Pencil. I'm not very much an artist, but it did come in a bundle and it was still cheaper than an iPad. So overall for price, I would recommend. Overall price, I would recommend this over an iPad due to the fact that it's much cheaper even with all the accessories combined together. However, if you're solely looking for a laptop without any of the other factors of the Surface, then I would much rather you search for other options due to the fact that you could save lots of money. My overall thoughts on this Surface laptop, for a laptop or a tablet, or just for you, are actually pretty positive. It does what I want it to, even though it does struggle with the gaming as well as OBS screen recording the gameplay. It still has highly optimizable usage of the screen and battery that lets me use my software such as Autodesk and AutoCAD as well as Inventor pretty efficiently and effectively without any downfalls. I'm in fact going to download DaVinci Resolve and see if this works in Sony Vegas just to test out if it's a software issue or if it's a hardware issue. But I would in fact check out a Surface if you are in the market for any of the things that I just listed. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Peace out.